One of the greatest comeback stories of all time is Baron Davis. He tore his ACL freshman year of college, but still had a long all-star career. That's insane for a quick, speedy point guard, but Baron was used to overcoming adversity. As a kid, he fought through his parents abandoning him and growing up in a rough neighborhood. The only thing he couldn't come back from was a second knee injury. So instead, he's one of the most unique retired players ever. This video tells his controversial story to explain what happened to Baron Davis. Hey, it's Casey. Welcome to another Feature Friday on AM Hoops. Hit subscribe and notification bells for 5 videos per week, always dropping at 5 Eastern. And normally on Fridays, we look into someone's story. We've been doing what happened to, and I put out a poll a little while ago. You guys want to know what happened to Baron Davis. Quick member shout outs. One is to Ben Talk Sports, and the other is to Woods Hoops. Now, these are 2 guys who also have NBA-related YouTube channels. They're both awesome. I'll put the links below in the description. So, like we said earlier, Baron Davis went through a lot before even making the league. He and his sister were on their way to foster care when his grandmother stepped in. An amazing thing to do for her grandchildren, but it also meant that Baron had to grow up in South Central LA. Not exactly an easy place to grow up as a kid, but the 2 things that Baron had were school and basketball.
Dribble from that porch right there all the way to that basketball court.
That's right.
He can tell you how many dribbles it takes.
126 to get to the court. Between the legs every day, walking like this.
He played on an AAU team outside of school, and through that was an amazing opportunity to go to the Crossroads School in Santa Monica. Baron was 5'4" in 10th grade, but came back as a junior 6 feet tall. Surrounded by an elite team, Baron became one of the top point guard recruits in the country. He chose UCLA over Kansas, Georgia Tech, even Duke, so friends and family could watch him play. Before he played a game in college, though, a theme began that followed Baron through his basketball life: controversy. There was always a little drama around Baron Davis. At UCLA, his sister gifted him a car that was connected with a coach. But after an NCAA investigation, he was able to play. That ACL tear we talked about happened in the NCAA tournament, but he was able to declare for a stacked NBA draft class the next season. Future stars like Ron Artest, Elton Brand, Steve Francis, Shawn Marion were all in that draft, but Baron went number 3 overall to the Hornets. But in Charlotte, his rookie year was disappointing. He only played about 18 minutes a night as a backup. Next season, though, Baron went off. Started all 82 games, jumped his stats to 18.6 assists a night, 40% from deep. In the playoffs, Tracy McGrady said he was the best player on the court, so Baron had back-to-back triple-doubles, eliminating the Magic. The next season, he was an all-star, but a reputation was formed. A talented, sometimes injured, hard-to-work-with star. Baron clashed with the Hornets about not having his personal trainer there for workouts. He argued with Coach Byron Scott after Baron chose to rehab a sore Achilles from his house in LA. The Hornets wanted to trade him so bad, they shipped their young all-star for 2 role players. But on the Warriors, Baron had the best seasons of his career. A 20-8 stat line all 4 years on the We Believe pre-Steph dubs. He was a key player as the first 8-seeded team to beat a 1 in the Mavericks. Baron was so good, the Clippers paid him $65 million over 5 seasons, a ton in 2008. However, while he was back in the city he loved, it was the darkest time in his basketball life. Baron was the star player during the final years of the Donald Sterling era. The Clippers' ex-owner was a racist, cruel man who was extremely upset that he paid a lot to Baron, but the team didn't win. During home games, Sterling would sit courtside and heckle his point guard, calling him fat or worse.
You know, he would call me a bastard, him and his wife. They were like, you bastard, demon child. They would have dinner with people that who knew me, And, they would just like call me the heathen, a bastard.
Did you get the sense that Donald Sterling was a racist?
Oh, for sure.
Not even a question about it. Did he say direct racist words?
For sure.
Barron also said playing for that man sapped his love for the game. He also clashed with the coaching staff and was traded again. This time, Barron was on the other side of a lopsided deal. The Cavaliers got Baron Davis and an unprotected 2011 first for Mo Williams and Jamario Moon. I mean, yeah, the Clippers got off Barron's big contract, but that pick became Kyrie Irving. Now in Cleveland, Barron was just 31 years old, but his career would only last one more season. He played for the Cavs the rest of 2011 before signing with the Knicks. In the playoffs, Barron suffered an even worse knee injury than at UCLA. A partial tear of his patellar tendon, but a complete tear of both his ACL and MCL. He was determined to return to the league, but that's one comeback Barron could not make. He balled out in the Drew League in the summer, scoring 44 points. He played a bit in the G League and even the Big Three. But concerns about his weight and injury were just too much. So Barron's all-star career was cut short at just 32 years old. But the good news is he made about $150 million and he kept his finances in shape to have one of the most interesting post-basketball careers. He's been focused on two things: acting and being an entrepreneur. Barron was one of the first NBA players to regularly appear in movies and TV. Yeah, Michael Jordan had Space Jam and other NBA players have been in movies, but Barron was making it a second career. His first appearance was on the TV series Arliss in 2000 in his second year in the league. He was then on MTV Cribs, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. By 2012, when basketball was over, he had cameos in Lincoln Heights, Hot in Cleveland, The Forgotten, The Mindy Project, and the movie That's My Boy. Barron said, quote, "When I was making movies, it was frowned upon, but I knew I had to do it so guys would have the confidence to step outside the box and be able to do it for themselves." And he's right. Guys like LeBron James are also making a second career on screen. There's a lot more movies and TV shows Barron's been in since basketball. He's dated Hollywood stars like Laura Dern, but his biggest project is called WTF Baron Davis. It's his own comedy show where he plays himself on Fuse TV.
You have a food truck? We could be doing press on that right now.
You know what? We could be doing press for that right now.
The entrepreneur side is also something Barron did his whole NBA career. He founded a sports management company before he was drafted. At Golden State, he started something like Match.com so kids in the city could find mentors. In LA, he has a production studio for athletes and friends to create content like podcasts and scripted shows. He's also been an NBA analyst on TV, but projects outside of basketball have really defined Barron in retirement. Baron Davis overcame a ton just to make the league and had a 13-year all-star career. He's also proof that guys from really rough backgrounds don't have to go broke after basketball and can be wildly successful outside of and after the game.